Hi students, welcome to Business 301, Business Law. This is a quick course overview of what we're going to be talking about for the next 8 weeks. And keep in mind the things that we cover here are, I'm trying to look at our topics through the lens of business, like how you're going to use them in the business world. So we're going to be studying tort law. Now the easiest way to remember tort law, kind of a little gimmick I use on myself, it's torturous law. In other words, it's when I cause torture to other people, or other people cause me torture. Okay, so it's not criminal law. This is torturous law. So if slander, libel, and that sort of thing, somebody gets hurt in a parking lot, some of that would be covered underneath like tort law. Then there's contract law. We live by contracts every single day, and when we enter into a contract, we are bound by certain obligations that we sign up to. There's a Uniform Commercial Code law, UCC, that governs transactions with banks and with other merchants, and generally transactions with each other. There's the employers and the employees relationship. We're going to study about that as well this term. And then again, legal business entities, like what types are there? So there's nonprofits, corporations, LLCs, sole proprietorships. We're going to look at those again, everything through the lens of business as we go. And then we're going to look at real and personal property law and how that might apply to us in the world of business. All right, let's look at our course objective. And if I could bundle it all up into one statement, it would be this: it's learning how to participate in legal decisions in a business context. All right. So because this is the business school, that's the lens that we're going to choose to look through. And I'd remind you that, to participate in legal decisions, you need to know the legal verbiage of the conversation. And that's what this course is going to teach you, is just the basics. This is a survey course of sorts, so we're not going to do a deep dive into everything, but the course text, pretty good source of reference later on after the course as you get into business. It might be a good book to keep, for example. People often ask me, Professor Dolson, what's the most important concept you want me to walk away with? And I would say it's this. This is how I answer that question. See God in the language and decisions of, in this case, business. You know what? When God created the world in 6 days and he rested on the seventh, we find that in Genesis chapter 2. It isn't just the physical world that he created us as well to have relationships with each other. He created us to work and to organize and to think about how we relate to each other. And that's the language that I want you to see, is how did God design this so that we could work with each other. I want you to see yourself as a leader, that God's going to use, if not now, someday in the future. And I'm sure he's using you right now as well. But so, the most important thing is walk away with understanding that God is in the business of business, just like he's put us here to be that way. And he wants us to be leaders in that area. All right, so what are some of the important things that you need to think about right now? All right, read the syllabus. Make sure you download the syllabus, or at least look at it in Canvas. Weekly, I put out devotionals. Those devotionals, sometimes I'll do them myself. Oftentimes, I'll go out and find some Christian devotionals, and those devotionals range anywhere from encouragement to you if you're a believer, as well as being very like evangelical, I would say. Hoping if you're not a believer, you'll at least stop and think about the message of the devotional that's coming through. I also put out weekly overviews. Usually they're in the video format. Sometimes I'll do them narratively, typing them out. I think for this class they're going to be all videos, so make sure you check those out. Those weekly course overviews are not deep dives. And they'd be too long if I did that. So they're just skipping along the top of some of the topics. Make sure you read the chapters each week associated with each Canvas module. That'll give you the deep dive that you need for quizzes and assignments. So the overviews are really just to kind of get you going in that right direction. Newsday. So Newsday, I usually do that on Thursday or Fridays. And Newsday is it's an announcement that I'll put out, and it's a reminder for the week of what we're studying. But it's also a time for me to rip out of the news or rip out of some current journal, whatever that I'm reading, to get it to you that's related to a topic that we're talking about. So it's like meant to add a little more depth to the discussion throughout the week other than just the course text. Virtual office hours, check those out, and they'll be on they'll be in the syllabus. So make sure, again, you read the syllabus, download and read it. Our course week is Monday through Sunday. So the first day of the class is Monday. It goes through Sunday night, 11:59 p.m. So a note about if you're going to be late, tell me early. I know life happens to all of us. It happens to me. And when that happens, sometimes you need a little bit of grace, an extension on an assignment. I understand that. It's not a problem. Can't be all the time. But I do understand it once in a while. I really do. We're all adults. We're working. And we have families and moms and dads and sisters, brothers. Things happen, okay? So if you're going to be late, please let me know. If you decide not to let me know and you're late anyways, I may not be so gracious, all right? But I also understand that once in a while, you don't even have time to let me know. So please let me know if you can. I really appreciate it. We can work together to get through those things. All right, so a few reminders. Again, on a weekly basis, watch those devotionals, check out the weekly overviews. Discussion questions, there's 5 of them every week, but here's how they go. There are 2 assigned discussion questions which you must do. The first discussion question is due on Wednesday, and your initial reply for discussion question 1 is due on Wednesday. Your initial reply for discussion question 2 is due on Friday. And then by Sunday, any other 3 replies, either to somebody who's responded to you, to your first 2, or 3 to any other student, okay? But you have to have 5 replies every single week, due by Sunday night. Discussion question 1, initial reply due by Wednesday. Discussion question 2, initial reply due by Friday. And then any 3 after that, as long as it's in by Sunday, 11:59 p.m. Quizzes and assignments are due by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday night, last day of the class for the week. And again, virtual office hours right now are going to be Tuesday, 6 p.m. Arizona time. Reminder, I live in Michigan, so I'm 3 hours in front of you. So if it's 6 p.m. Arizona time, it's 9 p.m. where I live. I think that changes a little bit for me actually, because in the wintertime when it goes to daylight savings time, I guess, I think that gap changes. But anyways, we'll keep apprised of that. All right, now listen, like I remind everybody, remember God is on his throne. He's always been there and he's always going to be. Hope this course goes well for you. Looking forward to getting to know you.